Hi, welcome. It is 14th of January 2026. It's been a hot minute since I did it. Did this. So, strap in. And let's just do our damn best, I guess. Welcome to the Kristel Knits knitting episodes here on YouTube. I am Kristel.knits on Instagram and Kristel.knits and reads, I believe, on TikTok. You can also find me as, I want to say Kristel Knits as well on Ravelry. I used to be Books, Hooks and Yarn, but I think I changed it. Can't actually remember. My name is Kristel. I live in the southeast of Melbourne on Bunurong land. Always will be. And I just like to talk about what I am knitting, doing, reading. That's about it, actually, because I don't really have time for much else. Little recap of who I am and what I do. I am 30. I'm officially at that age where I forget what age I am. I'm 36 years old. I'm a mum of two, happily married, living here in Victoria, Australia. I'm a primary school teacher. I'm in my third year of teaching grade 4 this year, which I love. It's a fantastic age. I love my job. Honestly, a lot of the time that I don't have time for knitting or coming on here and chatting and stuff is because I love my job probably a little bit too much. It consumes me. I am a coffee enthusiast, Disney enthusiast, book addict, and I quite enjoy knotting some yarn together and making things when I have the inclination. It has been quite a while since I've been on here. I have also slowed down on posting on my Instagram. I barely post knitting content on TikTok since I did Vlogmas on there a couple of years ago. I completely lost my knitting mojo last year. I have no idea where it went. Sorry, it's just my dogs. I would sit down and I would scroll. I'd have my knitting with me, but I'd scroll on my phone instead, and then get consumed with so much guilt for the fact that I had my knitting and I wasn't knitting a single stitch, but going to bed thinking about the fact, oh, you did no knitting today, like, what are you doing? And I just lost all love for it. It became like a chore almost, so I just quietly put it to the side and focused on other things. I almost lost the thrill of reading as well. Reading just became something to do instead of something I enjoy, so I definitely didn't read as much as I would normally last year as well. I think last year was just a really testing, trying year, and instead of using my hobbies as a way to overcome all the things that were thrown my way last year, they just felt like they were adding to the pressure of just getting through life. So I just dialed it down, hobbies a little bit last year, and just picked them up as I wanted to, instead of feeling like I had to. I have had a huge chance to reset these school holidays, and it has helped a lot. I've picked up reading and knitting with gusto, and also on the days that I don't read or knit, I go, great, I did other things that I loved today as well, which was fantastic. So that's me. I've got one knitting project to show you guys. It's the only thing I'm working on. I'm trying to be I'm not a monogamous knitter at all. I will knit on 50,000 different projects at once and not think anything of it. I'm enjoying this one though. So I am kind of just knitting on only this. And also I'm at the really easy parts of the knit, so it's just the easiest thing to just pick up and knit on. I've got about 50,000 sock projects that I could be doing as well, but they're all at various points that require a little bit more brain thought than just ribbing or stockinette. So This is the No Frills sweater by Petite Knits. I decided at some point last year, I finally wanted to make myself a jumper. I've never done that before. Honestly, one of the downsides of being a plus size knitter is the, no pun intended, but the size of a knitting project like this. It just seems so overwhelmingly huge because it's a lot of stitches and a lot of yarn and it becomes heavy. But I thought I would tackle it anyway. So this is my, this is my first time knitting like a me-sized jumper. I've knit them for my kids and stuff before, so I decided to just use acrylic on the off chance that I hated knitting a jumper. Okay, I chose an acrylic that I love, so I didn't have to worry about wondering, oh, is it the pattern, is it the jumper, is it the yarn? I know it's, not that this is yarn, is it the, no, this is yarn, it's not wool. It's not the fibre I'm knitting with. Thankfully, I'm actually loving knitting a jumper, so I don't have to worry about it at all. I can't wait to make one of these again in actual wool. So I made a modified version. I looked at some things straight away at the beginning of the pattern. I'm not doing that. So I have, this is my only regret with this jumper so far, I have a small ribbed neck. I am considering picking up the stitches, unraveling that and redoing it, or just knowing the next time I knit this that I want like the 20 rows of ribbed collar instead of, I think I did 5 or 7 or something ridiculous. So yeah, I did a slightly cropped version. I don't love it when baggy jumpers go over my hips. I wanted this to be like something I could just throw on with a pair of jeans or a high-waisted skirt or something like that, because a lot of my pants and stuff are high-waisted anyway, and I just prefer that look anyway. It just suits my body shape a bit more. So it's slightly cropped. I did a beautiful 20 row ribbing for the bottom. I did not do any like shaping or anything for the body, apart from like short rows to shape the back a little bit. First sleeve is long. I will get to that in a second. I did no decreasing in the arms or whatsoever. I did do one round of decreasing in the ribbing when I hit about row 8. Only because I had an odd number of stitches, which is what the sleeve had. The sleeve was intended to have that, but because I didn't do the decreasing, I was left with an odd number of stitches and it was throwing my rib off a little bit. So I got tired of that at row 8 and I decreased. I think I ended up decreasing like 3 stitches or something, just so it wasn't odd anymore. I'll quickly pop it on so I can show you something about the sleeves. I don't hate the neckline. Sorry, I know I'm about to talk about sleeves, but I actually really love the shape of this. It actually doesn't sit as, I think I've been trying this on backwards the last few times because my short rows are at the back where they're supposed to be. I think I've been trying it on with them at the front by accident because, yeah, this does not scape as much as I thought it did. So this is gorgeous. All right, my sleeve currently goes to here. By the time I finish my ribbing, it should go to about here, which is where I want it to go. Because every single jumper that I buy in store, the sleeves go to here on me. I have long arms. I'm a tall girl. I have long arms. I have long arms, long legs, long torso, long everything. Yeah. So it is a baggy sleeve, which is what I wanted. I might experiment with shaping in the future, but for this specific jumper, I wanted something that I could put on a long sleeve shirt underneath. I could put on something over the top and not worry about it. My current favorite jacket that I wear has like the cuffs go to like here as well. So it should like align perfectly. And I don't mind if this is like folded a little bit inside my jumper, my jacket sleeve. So yeah, deliberately long baggy sleeves. I love this color. It's so nice. This is just an acrylic from, it's like a super soft acrylic from, I bought it during COVID times. God, lockdown purchases, they were a while ago, weren't they? Ooh, if I remember it, I will pop it down here. I feel like it had the name yarn in the website name, but drawing a total blank right now. Okay, so anyway, that's what this is from. I've used 1, 2, 3. I think I'm on like ball 4 at the moment. They're 100-gram balls. Maybe I'm only on ball 3. I would have to double check that. I'm really enjoying it. It's very soft. It's nice and warm without being like, I don't feel like I have a bunch of artificial. I know I have artificial, what's the word, like textile on me right now. Doesn't feel like, I don't feel plasticky or sweaty or like it doesn't breathe. It feels really nice and soft. It feels like I'm wearing a blanket, to be honest. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm knitting this on 5mm needles. Think it was supposed to be 4.5s, maybe even 4.25s. I would have to double check. I'm a tight knitter. I always size up on my needles. Doesn't mean my end sizing is a little bit off. Yeah, but I try things on frequently as I go so that I can, I'm buying it for my body, right? Making it for my body. So I'm just going to try it on and adjust it as I go. I'm going to stand up so you can see what it looks like lengthwise. I have 1,000 threads coming off me at the moment. So my waist is like here, hips. So it just grazes like the top of my hip, which is exactly what I wanted it for. So I can throw it over top of a dress. I thought about making it even more cropped so it like hit my waist. I think that's a future jumper issue. So yeah, I really like this. Oh, it is so cute. I love it so much. And that's it for my knitting projects. Like I said, I have like 1,000 sock projects I could show you. I think I knit 2 pairs of socks. Possibly in 2025. I can just pop them here. I don't need to go get them out and show you, especially since one of the pairs is for my husband, and oh no, I'm sitting on a thread, and I would have to go to his drawer and get them out, and I don't feel like doing that. Apart from knitting on this, I have been reading a lot. My phone is currently in my Kindle stand, which is what I set up like next to me while I'm knitting, and I have like a little remote to turn my pages with, and I just sit there and I knit on this and I read. So I'm currently reading something on my Kindle, but I can't remember what it is, and I would have to get it from my bag, and again I can't be bothered. I do have a Goodreads profile though, so you can always just look me up on there, and I'll put my thing in the description. Apart from that, I recently read and finished Lights Out. Those of you that know. Those of you that don't, pretty sure there's a whole page of trigger warnings. It is not for everyone. Apart from the explicit content, this was a very good read. No, I'm not saying apart from the, like, not talking about the explicit content, because that's not what I'm going to do here. The banter, hilarious. The plot twists, fantastic. Like, I got to about here in the book and went, everyone's awfully chipper for halfway through the book. What's about to happen? And then the thing that happened, and I went, oh, okay, cool. Okay, especially towards the end, multiple laugh out loud moments. My husband was like, what kind of book are you reading? I was like, oh, I'm reading one of my books, but it's funny. It was so funny. It was, yeah, cleverly written. I really enjoyed it. I have the second one, so that is on my TBR. But next I'm going to be reading Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I have this on my Kindle already. And my husband got me the second book in my book vent because pretty sprayed edges. And then I happened to be in Kmart the other day and saw the number 1 was there as well. I was like, oh no, a trophy for my Kindle book. So now I have both of them in the matching pretty sprayed. So I'm going to either this one or the one on my Kindle. We'll read that one next. I am still making my way through Kingdom of Ash. I started it last year. I just I'm loving the series so much, and given that it's the last book, I know there's like other things related to it, but the last book in this particular series that I have, I'm not ready for it to be over, so I'm totally procrastinating on reading that and finishing it, and it's killing my best friend because she's like, just hurry up and finish it already so I can talk about it with you. I was like, no, I'm drawing this one out so slowly and painfully, which is not normally what I do. I start a book and I finish it as soon as possible. So she's traumatized by me at the moment. She's just gonna have to suffer for a little bit longer. I have a goal on my Goodreads to read like 70 books this year. I aimed for 60 last year and I only got to 52. Like I said, I had like no lust for reading last year, not lust, desire to read last year. But I figured I would just try again this year. And like, who does it affect if I don't get my Goodreads goal? Nobody. Speaking of goals, I actually made some goals for this year. My two best friends and we had a belated girls' miss in January, and one of the first activities we did was make some goals for 2026. So I had like big knitting projects. So this jumper is going to be one of them. A jumper, a blanket, and I haven't decided what number 3 is going to be, but it's going to be something else that takes a lot of yarn so that I can use up quite a lot of stash. Make your own coffee. There's only 12 on there. That would be 12 more coffees than I made myself last year. So yeah, thought I'd start small. Knitted gifts made, I've only got 6 on there because I find it quite hard to knit for people because my anxiety kind of gets the best of me. Books read, 6 new books, 6 books that are on my TBR, and 6 books on my Kindle. New or TBR, doesn't matter for the Kindle as long as there are like 6 on my Kindle. So yeah, making sure everything's getting a good workout. Stash yarn used, 12 things of stash yarn. So that could be 12 new skeins, not new skeins, but like 12 skeins I've already got. Or it could be like a bundle or collection or as advent that I've already got. Something that's just stash yarn. YouTube videos posted by me, tick to number 1. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 on here. That's 1 a month. I picked this one. They might not be long ones. I'm aiming for like a 20-minute episode each time. My daughter's asked me, Mum, why don't you post on YouTube anymore? I was like, that is a great question. I don't know, and I would love to keep doing it. So here I am. Concerts and musicals, I only have 4 on there. I was hoping BTS would be one of them for this year, but I will not be seeing them until 2027, and I will be seeing them. I was so excited when they announced their tour dates and stuff. I will be seeing them. Girl dates, we've got 12, so that's 1 a month as well. I've already got a hole punch one of them for Girls' Miss, and our next one's going to be Galentine's Day because my 2 best friends and I just don't see each other enough. Wear earrings I've never worn before. I have a huge earring collection as a teacher. When I am not teaching, I literally just stay in this little pair of sleepers, unless it's like a special occasion or something, but I have a lot of teacher earrings. I got gifted a lot of them for Christmas from students. So I would like to wear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 pairs I've never worn before because I tend to just wear my favorites over and over because I love them. And then journaling. Even if it's just once for that month, I would like to journal for every month this year. I actually picked up it's got a smudge on it already. I don't know how that happened. 5-minute journaling book from Kmart, which I'm actually really enjoying. So like it just things you're grateful for, what would make the day great, affirmation, highlights of the day, and then a reflection on the day. It literally takes like 3 minutes to set in the morning and then 2 minutes to reflect on it at night, which I'm really enjoying. And if I don't feel like doing that, I also have a 365 one, which is just a blank page for each day. I thought I might actually also use this to record how much knitting I do. Like starting from today, I'm going to like record how many minutes of knitting I do because I don't know if I knit more than I think I do or if I'm actually knitting less than I think I do, but it'd be nice kind of just to look back on or reflect on a bit, I guess, at the end of the year. Apart from that, if you're aware, there are a lot of bushfires happening in Victoria at the moment. There are quite a lot of creators on Instagram, especially that are holding raffles or sales, and proceeds are going towards, or a percentage of proceeds are going towards helping those that have been affected, especially Mavis Castlemaine. She's also looking for people to help out if they have any yarn they would like to donate or other things. So if you are a maker or creator or you can help in any way, please head over to her page. I will pop her thing down here. Every little bit helps. So yeah, I only had one other thing to update you on. You might notice I'm in a new position right now. We are in the middle of some extensive renovations. I'm not going to show you. I might just pop a couple of photos here because my house is a mess. There's renovation stuff everywhere. We ripped walls out of our house. So we had like our kitchen, that little area that I used to sit in to do my photos where I had like my cubes behind me. That's completely different now. The kitchen, the entry, the lounge, and then a little dining room. It was all like sectioned off pieces with a lot of walls. We've ripped out all those walls. It's now one big open kitchen lounge dining. My desk is shoved up against this window. So yeah, all the walls that were like everywhere, they're gone. It's insane. There's plaster dust still just coating everything. So it looks amazing. It is a lot of work, which is fine. I knew it would be, but it's a lot of work. So yeah, I'm excited for when that's all done. When we have finished this at some point in a year or so, we will actually extend onto the back, and I'm going to get like a little spare bedroom / study. So all my episodes will probably end up being in there eventually at some point, because it'll be a designated spot for my yarn, which I can't wait. A lot of it's packed up at the moment, so I've left out things that I just felt vibey with at the time when I was packing up. I'm not buying yarn this year. I will buy project bags and needles. I will buy accessories. I'm not buying any yarn. I have more than enough. So I probably have enough project bags too, but we're gonna just so yeah, that's life. I've already hit over 20 minutes, which I can't believe I just sat here and yapped for 20 minutes, but I actually can believe that I sat here and yapped for 20 minutes. I will not be posting again until February, but I am trying to post more on Instagram and TikTok when I feel like it. Not because I have to, but because I want to. And I will see you guys around. Okay. Please look after yourself. I hope you get some time for your favorite hobbies. And that you are being kind to yourself and others.